It's the good, it's the bad, and it's the downright ugly. I'm Michael as always, and I'm joined by Craig. How we doing, mate?
Still processing.
Yeah, I mean, Hull 3 leads 3. I think we should just start from the beginning. Their goal, mate. Let's just hear your take on it first. Like,
Well, I think that it was like I said. I think that it was a offside. Not I personally think it was offside. Sorry, but I think the players thought they got him offside, and that's why they were maybe slow to react. That's the only thing I can think of. But regardless of that, Melier was way too far out of his box, and there was only one thing that he left it left Kamara with no choice but to lob it over him, because otherwise, he's giving a foul away there, and a possible red card. So
yeah, I mean, like you said, credit to Hull. A beautiful pass over for
yeah,
Kamara. Verba very, very slow off the mark, though, in tracking back the man. Melier as well, whether or not he should be centre of the goal. I mean, he was already out of the edge of his area anyway, but he was too far over to his right. That when the ball was played, he from behind the goal, you saw it in the replay. He stopped, started, so he went to go for it. Then he stopped, and then by the time it was too late. He committed himself, and then it was too late. They scored, but
yeah,
again, take nothing away from it. It's a good goal on their behalf. But then 2 minutes later, mate, we go and create another chance and off the line, and then Pirot. Chances both sides of the game in afterwards, wasn't there?
yeah. We were quite open first half. I mean, to be honest, I think Hull were the better team in the first half. We looked a bit at sixes and sevens. We didn't know. It's like we were creating chances, but not clear cut enough, and not clinical enough. But it all looks like the most likely to score. I think the again in that second half, because we were just wasting a lot of the ball. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the shots, we had more shots than them, but they hit the post. Should have made it 2-0.
yeah,
Could have comfortably been a 2-0 game at halftime. I wouldn't have had any complaints of that. They had a couple more shots that just went wide. Again, could have been chances. We had chances as well, but tame effort. There was a chance in the 40th minute when Bogle was running on, and there's like one or two people in the box, or one in the box, one just outside the box. He
yeah,
had no other option but to go for a shot at the near post. Keeper's there. He's never going to beat a keeper from there. It's just frustrating the fact that nobody was in the box at that moment in time. Yes, I think Ampadu was down on the floor, and we took advantage of it. Obviously, it wasn't like the whole Villa situation where their player was down and we were going to kick out the
yeah.
park. I mean, but you played to the whistle, and just nobody reacted to it in the box.
Yeah, we were very very slow off, with I think with decision making, with positional play. It were very like it not typical Leeds of this season so far. If that makes sense,
No.
it was weird.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Obviously, half time, I jokingly said in a group chat that it could be 3-all. I mean,
Yeah,
the way the game was going, that it was going to be that way, and I done it as a joke. But then, second half, we started strong. Tanaka, mate, what a goal for his first league goal, mate.
man. Not only because we got the equaliser, but because it was Tanaka, I was like, oh. At half time, I got changed. I was wearing a different top, and then every time Leeds are losing, I always do this. I get like I'll if we're playing bad, I'll take it. I'm superstitious and I'll take it off. So I put my Japanese hoodie on, and then Tanaka scored. I was like, get in,
That's hell of a goal.
I
Great
thought,
goal,
oh,
mate.
it's got something to do with this.
Yeah, and then we had chances afterwards as well because you had Aronson that played a beautiful ball over to James. He was
Yeah,
unlucky. Solomon was brilliant with the cross, and then Bogle with a little layback in, and then James scores the goal. And I might have jinxed it when I said when James scores, you know what's going to happen. I can't remember how many games in a row it was when James scores, we win.
yeah. That's why I
And
said.
then
Shh.
Yeah, I didn't finish the sentence, and then all of a sudden, Pirot cuts back the ball, like from closes down the ball, sorry, from the keeper's missed pass. Beautiful finish.
Yeah.
And then you think it's all comfortable at 3-1, and then what happened, mate?
Disaster happened, didn't it? It should have been comfortable at 3-1 because we were that second half. We took control of the game. It's like more like what Leeds, the what we used to. And I thought, right, we got the third goal, and I thought, right, there's 2 goal cushion. We've got 10 minutes to play. We can do this. Surely we're going to keep this out with our defensive record, even though we were playing pretty loose at the back. And I was like, right, okay, but yeah, then disaster happened, didn't it?
Yeah, free kick over the top, header that was going over the bar. Why, oh why do you flap it down into the middle of the in the middle of your goal pretty much? Nobody reacted to it on our side. Again, that's just the story of our season. Our defenders not reacting to balls that are dropping in front of them. They go and score, and then it's a nervous 5-10 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, it's them dreaded set pieces against us, though, isn't it? That once he's made those substitutions and it's not the first 11, like they don't know where to be, they don't know what to do, and it's just that. How many times have we seen that this season? The ball floated into the box and then a mistake and it's a goal.
But even the substitutions were weird. I mean, he only made 3 subs, which isn't normally like him. He normally makes all 5. But again, with 91st minute, when we're 3-all, he then brings on Joseph and Kilavargu. I mean, why not bring Kilavargu on before to see out the game when they go and score? Why wait until we've conceded to bring him on and Joseph? It just doesn't make sense. That bit just didn't make sense to me.
No, it's been weird. His substitutions the last couple of games, but yeah, I can't understand because usually I'd have thought, right, we're 3-1 up, bring Gilavogi on, shore it up a little bit, just do what we normally do instead of fans. Like it's like he's listened to what people are doing and saying, complaining that it's boring passing football. At 3-1, pass it all you want along the back and keep the
Exactly.
ball as much as you can.
But then, yeah, obviously, I didn't even include their goal there. I just went on to our substitutes, didn't even talk about their goal. The
Yeah, the
corner.
third goal.
I don't even know what happened. Like, Meunier went for the ball. So did the 2 defenders. Ricocheted off somebody and then played around a little bit. Meunier then got caught because he's on his left-hand side instead of on the right. Take nothing away from the goal, though. Brilliant connection, brilliant finish. I'm not going to be biased and say it was a fluke because it was a good goal.
Yeah.
But from a Leeds point of view, the defence, that was the worst part of it. So,
Well, we got beat again by another flick on corner, didn't we?
which is what's been happening a lot recently, and
Yeah.
Melier is to blame for that. And anybody who knows me, you know it. Listeners will know that I try and defend Melier as much as I can,
Yeah.
but I'm really close to my limits. I mean, let's go on to player ratings because obviously we're talking about Melier here and
Okay.
his performance and the fact that he was at definitely at cost for our second goal that we conceded. The first one as well, potentially his fault for being completely in the wrong position, but where the
Yeah.
ball was, that's where he likes to be anyway. It was just a switch of the ball and he stuttered kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. What would you rate him?
Right. I'll try and take my emotions out of it, and I'll probably say I'm gonna have to say, like, if I start off with a base of 6, like I say I do all the time, base is 6, so I'll probably give him a 4, maybe maybe a 4.5, just because he made a couple of saves that were
I mean, if you do look based on on the stats, yes, he made 3 saves. He collected the ball. Um, he parried a danger. didn't make any claims according to the stats on who scored, which is what I use for all of it. But it's the errors leading to the goals that's putting it down.
Yeah. It's just bad decision making for me. Like the first goal is bad decision making. Second goal is just
That's
again
all
bad
him.
decision making.
That's all him on that.
Yeah,
It
it's all his fault that second goal. I mean, the defense has not been great today, but he's at fault for the first two goals, and he should have done better on the third one.
I've really, I'm going for a 3. I
I
can't.
do. To be fair, I would agree with you.
I don't normally, in like I've just stated, I normally do defend him,
Yeah,
but based solely on that game, and also including last game as well with the errors. Again, that wasn't necessarily his fault, but it's just coming to the point where you need somebody that you're confident with in goal, and I'm starting to lose that confidence with him. And I hate
yeah.
saying that because, again, 2 episodes ago, I said we shouldn't be changing our goalkeeper halfway through the season. Look at Kiko when he came in.
Mm.
But at the same time, it's getting to that stage now where if we keep seeing these individual mistakes, it's probably going to be playoffs again.
Well, yeah, it might cost us promotion if it keeps unless he if he don't book his ideas up. But the what I think, I don't agree with bringing in a new keeper in January. The summer, definitely. But January, I don't agree with a new keeper to replace him because a new keeper, new squad, new team, he's got to get used to the way we play, everything. It might take some time. I think we should go with what we've already got. And like Bielsa did when he wasn't playing well, you just drop him for a few games and I think his confidence is shot. But personally, out of the two keepers, I'd bring Cairns in. I don't think Darlow. I'm not confident in Darlow, but I think Cairns would be the more reliable keeper, just to you know be a goalkeeper.
I mean, we've got FA Cup next, so definitely play a different keeper in that game. But
Oh yeah, it's going to be Cairns or Darlow, and I'd like to see Cairns start because I think he's back at the club. It'd be good, and it'd be a good fairy tale story if he did come back in and kept us in that automatic spots.
time will tell. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, 3. Right. Bogle, mate. A little bit of a getting there. So, what did you make of Bogle in this game?
I thought he was good. He was one of the players that was trying. Like going
Yeah.
forward, I haven't got a problem at all with him. Going forward is just he's getting fantastic. He's becoming integral to how we play. But yeah, there were a couple of times defensively that he lost the ball a couple of times when he tried to make interceptions. But I think overall, he was probably one of the better players today over the 90 minutes.
I
I'd probably say
mean,
7.5.
stats wise, again, mate, he had 1 shot, 84 touches, 2 key passes, 2 dribbles, 1 out of 5, I believe it was. 4 defensive headers, 3 tackles, 3 clearances, an
Mm.
assist. Yeah, even when you say that clearances and interception wise, I thought he was excellent down that side. I thought he handled their left winger pretty well.
Yeah, there were a couple of incidents where where he went in for in like an interception or he got the ball and then lost it. Like it's only things like that I remember
Yeah,
that stick out. Which, like I say, I don't want to pull him down too much for, because overall he was good and I think one of the better players. So I'd say 7.5.
I'm going for an 8 for
It's
Bogle.
fair. It's fair.
Right, Joe Rodon, mate. What did we make of him this game?
Um, on the eye, I think I don't think he had a particularly great game today.
I agree. I mean, the yellow card shouldn't have been a yellow card though. That was a well-timed tackle.
Yeah,
He come
yeah,
in, and I can see why the referee gave it. He thought he probably took him from behind, but if that's the case, it's a red card. He was
yeah,
side by side. He literally put his leg round. He won the ball first. The ball then ricocheted off the player and then went off. Well timed tackle. And then all of
yeah,
a sudden he gets a yellow card for it. In my
yeah,
opinion, wasn't a yellow card. He was great in the air though, defensively. I mean, he had three offensive aerials, four defensive aerials, one tackle. Clearances, he made seven, one interception. But again, on the eye, with the way the goals went in as well.
yeah. Is boxed. He's fine defending, sweeping up, and doing the basic stuff. It's in the box where when the other team's attacking that is a bit of a, I don't know how to say it. If the ball's on the floor, it's not like when you used to see Luke Ayling or Cooper dive at the ball when a shot was being taken.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that as much as what I'd like to see. So yeah, I think maybe I don't know what to give him actually. Maybe a 6.5. I don't think it was his greatest game.
I was thinking 6.57. Yeah, 6.5 for him. Right. What about Ethan Ampadu, mate, next to him? How do you rate him?
I think I don't know. It was trying to make things happen, weren't he? But he's part of that defense that he was part of that defense that let that first ball over the cross. It left that middle wide open. There were two. The line was too high up. Um, I think slightly better than Rodon.
Yeah.
Um, I'd probably go with 7 for Ampadu.
I mean, there was a time when we were 3-1 up and they had a shot. He blocked it. And then straight afterwards, he then blocked it again. Whether or
Yeah,
not anything would have led from that if he didn't get in the way, but one of them definitely was a shot that he blocked.
yeah,
Defensively, I thought he was okay. Again, yeah, only slightly better than what Rodon was. S- I'm almost tempted to go 6.5, but a higher 6.5 than Rodon.
yeah. I get what you mean. I'd probably say 7 just because he does throw his body in there sometimes. When it's needed, and he's just come back from, like I say, he's just come back from his injury. He's been asked to play centre back. He's been asked to play defensive midfield and right back. He's not got a rhythm going yet.
No, I mean, the fact that Rodon made 7 clearances in the game and Rodon made 4. But again, it's you also look at the eye test as well. The fact that it was more down Rodon side to make the clearances. So again, the whole game, yeah, no, I'll go up for a 7 for Ampadu. That's fine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine, mate. Right, what about Verba, mate? 'Cause again, mixed opinions because I thought he was all right, apart from the first goal when he was really slow at tracking the player. Don't really know what was going on there. What did you think about him, mate?
I don't know if compared to his last couple of games, I don't think he was as good on the eye. Like defensive, like I said, he wasn't good at tracking his player. Whether he thought he got him offside or not, I don't know. But he didn't track him very well. There were a couple of times on that left hand side he got caught in possession and not necessarily lost the ball, but he had to like quickly adjust his feet and pass it back safe rather than going forward with it. And yeah, and then there were a couple of shots that he took, which I thought, well, in my mind, there were one in particular where I think he got it on the half volley, he controlled it, and then hit it straight away. And I was like, if that were, and in my head, I was like, if that were third play, he'd cross that across the box.
Yeah, I mean, he made the most interceptions out of anybody on the pitch with 5 interceptions. Clearances as well. He made 3, 3 out of 3 tackles. 1. He was good in the air. defensively. But again, it's that tracking back the player, the
Yeah.
shot as well. When I think it was the side net and he hit as well on one of his shots. What rating are you going to give him?
I'd probably give him maybe give him a 7 if I'm being if I'm
I
being if I'm being generous. I think a 7.
I want to go 7.5.
Oh, I don't think I'd go as high as that. I'm being generous at a 7 because I don't
I'll
think he was as good as his last couple of games.
I'll drop it down to a 7 solely based on that first goal incident, but the rest of the
Yeah,
game, apart from that 5 minutes, I thought he was absolutely excellent. I really do.
yeah. Well, there's just a couple of times, like I say, with that shot, he could have crossed it. I think he keeps going. He goes for glory quite a bit now. Like I've noticed, I mean, he has got a good shot on him, but there was sometimes I think a cross is better, or sometimes I think he's slow to release it. Like that, like I said, at that point where he got caught in possession and he took too long on the ball and ended up passing it back where he could have, if he'd have just touched it, passed it first time, as soon as it come to his foot, just let it go. He had Solomon down the wing free, and he didn't do.
Yeah.
He took a touch and had to pass it back.
Yeah, no, that's fine, mate. Right. Joe Rothwell next, mate.
Ah, Rothwell. Uh, Again, he tries so hard, doesn't he? To
Yes, she does.
he tries so hard to get us going, and I think it'd be unfair to take it away from him that you know because of the scoreline and the way the game went. It took him a while to actually get in there, but I think yeah, say I'd say 7.
Yeah, I agree. Just, even defensively and going forward, he's good. So
Yeah,
you know what you can get from him. Again, another engine room, another solid player.
yeah,
I said it a while back. He is very underrated in what he does, and it
yeah.
is good that we've got options now. I do think that we lacked Pascal today. I
Oh yeah,
think
massively.
it's one of those games where if Pascal had been fit when he was obviously late fitness test, he was ruled out. Had he had been fit, he would have slotted in. Do you think? I think that Joe would have missed out, and therefore Ampadu would have been in midfield with Tanaka, which it's in my head what I'm thinking might have happened.
That
We'll
that's
never
what
know.
that yeah, that's the way that I think it'd go, and I think it's purely because as good as what Rothwell is, he's not permanent,
No, no,
and I
he's
think
not.
that's part of his decision is Ampadu's his captain, and he's permanent contract at Leeds, so it's going to be Ampadu and Tanaka is going to be the first choice, and Rothwell will be there to when needed tactically or if we need him. And I think he prefers Ampadu for the a bit of steel, but he needs to find a way to get all three into that midfield because they're all Rothwell's too good to drop.
Yeah, I mean, I know we play with a number 10. I hate all the number situation attacking midfield.
Yeah,
But even if we dropped the attacking midfield and went for and then had Ampadu as the holding midfielder and then two in front, which then could work as more of a box to box midfield, which could potentially help us. But again, it's not a tactic that Farker tends to use.
no,
But I know what you mean by getting all three in. It would definitely help us defensively and attacking.
yeah.
But I do definitely think that at the back we did miss Pascal today.
Oh, I think we did. Yeah.
So tonight, yeah, seven for Rothwell. I didn't mark him right. Tanaka, mate.
Oh,
Just
Tanaka. I'm gonna give him a 9. Should I give him a 10? Just because of that goal. I mean, not just because of the goal, because he was fantastic. He's probably one of the, if not the best player on the pitch today,
yep.
regardless of whether he scored or not. But to score the goal that he did, where's he been keeping that? It's
He's
like,
been trying it. He's been trying it, and you know it's been coming because we've been saying it for weeks
yeah,
in, week out. Tanaka's going to score. He's getting closer. I didn't have him to score this game. I really didn't,
I
and
didn't, and I mean, what for his first goal for the
especially
club?
colour. What
It,
colour?
oh man, yeah. In fact, I'm giving him a 10.
I mean, 64 touches, 40 out of 46 passes completed, one key pass, one offensive aerial, one defensive aerial, five tackles, five clearances, one interception, and a stunner of a goal.
Yeah, balls to. I'm giving him a 10, mate. That goal was just perfection to top his performance off. He's back to his best.
9.5. It's got to be something special to get a 10 for me.
That
I
goal,
don't. Pun?
the goal.
Yeah, but I'm not. I can't just give him. It had we'd won, maybe.
Is that the first goal we scored outside the area as well?
No, I think we have scored one outside, but I can't remember who. Might be actually. Probably is, especially from the midfield anyway.
Yeah, I mean, top bins from outside the area. It's a 10.
It's a 9.5, mate. It's a 9.5 rating. Right.
Scandalous.
It's good goal. I would say had we won, it might be a 10, but I think
Scandalous.
just the whole aspect, the fact that we like lost. No, we didn't even lose. We drew. It feels like a loss at the moment.
Oh, it does, yeah, because we had it in the bag for 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. So yeah,
Right. Dan James, mate.
frustrating for him. I think today he got inches away from I mean, he scored, but there were a couple of times they were inches away from doing the same thing. Getting on the end of crosses and yeah, I think he tried and tried and tried. I give him a 7.5. I think he gives you what he gives you, Dan James.
I think, yeah, there was obviously one in the first half. He was unlucky. Second half as well, he could have lobbed the keeper, and obviously the keeper
Yeah,
came out and headed it out. So, had we had scored that, I do think it would have been dead and buried at the time.
yeah,
Overall, mate, yeah, 7.5. I was thinking, do I go for an 8? But no.
yeah. He's dangerous, Dan James, and regardless of how quiet he is during a game, sometimes at certain points, is too dangerous.
I did think he was quieter than normal today.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
link up with Bogle wasn't on point. Like there was a few times when Bogle played the ball over for him, and he
yeah,
was a bit slow off the mark. He didn't react as quick as what he has done in the past when we spoke about before with their partnerships.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
he
that
still comes up.
dawned on me today. There were that mix up that they had towards the end. I was like, hold on a minute. We were just saying the other week about these having a good partnership starting, and then this happens. But yeah, generally they do, and it's yeah. But James
A bit,
seems to be taking on that role of the striker, doesn't he? Getting in the box where and he's not there
yeah,
on time because he's having to come from the wing and he's there where the striker should be.
yeah. No, I mean he was in the right place at the right time. Obviously for Bogle's cutback
Yeah,
for it. But like I said, there was other times in the ball when Aronson crossed the ball over for him before he had scored anyway, I think it
yeah.
was. And he was agonising close
Solomon did
to
it
it,
again.
and obviously
Solomon did it again, the same as he did against Blackburn. Put it across, and he just missed by inches again. It's just a same old. Sometimes
yeah.
one day
No,
it'll come off.
yeah, and then hopefully it'll just keep firing in and in and in because you can
Yeah,
see you can see what they're wanting to do. And this whole notion that we don't have any attacking threat, which is all we don't look like scoring, is just an absolute baloney. And I do not know what those people are watching. But yeah, that's fine. 7.5 for him. Right, Aronson, mate. What do you say for him? Again. he's a nuisance for them. He'll press and press and press for 90 minutes, close them down a lot. But
I'm
again, he does nothing with it. So it's
right. I'm gonna give him.
what rating would you give him? And
I'm
just
gonna give
give a
him.
rating.
I'm gonna give him. I'll. It's tough because the
Oh,
work that he puts in. Yeah, but I'm gonna probably give him a 6.5.
I was just gonna go for a dead six.
Well, I'd agree with you. I'm
Just
being generous, but
and normally it's me that's being generous for
nah,
Aronson, mate.
I
What's going on here? Because the last few games, you've been giving Aronson a higher rating than I have.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'll agree with you. I'll go for I'll have a 6 because, like you said, it presses and presses, and people call him like this pressing machine. But there's pressing and there's effective pressing, and
Yeah,
and a lot of the time it's not effective. It'll be around your ankles, but they play around him, or they'll he just he'll come up to him and they'll pass it off, and then he's got to chase that one. He'll run all day, but unless he wins the ball, it's not really.
I
And
mean, there was
then
a time
does
when he
something
won
with
the
it.
ball.
It's
There was a time when he won the ball, but then he got fouled straight away,
yeah,
which
yeah,
was good. That was good. The way he won the foul was good because he nicked the ball off it, but he
yeah,
like stopped, like he waited for the foul. In my opinion,
yeah,
that's what it looked like. I mean, other people may say different, but he looked like he was looking for that foul.
yeah. But
But
this is where I say players like Rothwell or Ramazani in that position, they pick up the ball, drop the shoulder, they turn. Or if they press, they win the ball. They'll find a pass after it, or they'll retain the ball. Whereas Aronson loses it a lot after he wins it.
yeah, right, that's fine then. Manor Solomon, then, mate.
Again, Manor Solomon, he
He's
he's
so
probably one of my
dangerous.
most threatening players at the minute.
Yeah. And it's good to see him that he actually got 90 minutes today. I know he obviously looked frustrated when he came off last game and he had full right too.
Yeah,
Today I thought he was excellent. 3 shots he had. Again, he was unlucky. Although the one right at the very end though to win it. I just think that I mean in that moment, if you're that player, you're gonna take the shot, try and get the glory. I understand
yeah,
it. Maybe a ball whipped in would be better. Like if he cut back in and then cross it with his left, the dangerous crossing maybe would be more effective. But again, hindsight, we can all look at it differently. But
yeah,
overall, I thought he was excellent dribbling. He done well, taking on players. There was a few times in the first half as well when he would cut inside and be more direct, like Ramazani's been doing recently, instead of just staying out on the left, going for the byline.
yeah. I
What?
thought he had Louis Coyle on strings a lot at the time. I thought he
Yeah,
you can like we keep saying you can see the difference in the quality that he brings, and it's only getting better and better. Like the more confidence he gets with that that knee injury not playing up or his back injury not playing up, the more run of games he gets 90 minutes under his belt and the confidence he's gaining. Because you saw in the first few games he played, he wasn't taking shots at all, and now he's starting to take shots or whip them balls across the box. It's coming, and he's there were a couple of times we could have scored from him today, and one way we did. So
yeah, he got the assist for Tanaka's goal. Brilliant layback. Again, he got the pre-assist for James's goal when he crossed it over. Bogle laid it back into
yeah,
James. But again, I know it's just pre-assist. But no, Solomon I thought was absolutely excellent today.
yeah,
I will rate him an
yeah.
8.5.
I'd say an 8.5. Yeah, is
Yeah, that's,
lately he's involved in whether you call it pre-assist or whatever. He's involved in goal involvements. He's involved in a lot of our goals.
yeah. Yes, I agree with you on that one. Right, moving on to Joel Perot. Beautiful finish, as always, because we know that's what he does.
Yeah,
Did you think he was quiet today or not?
I think he was trying to put himself about. I saw him like chasing and running down at the keeper a few times, and it's like he's not quick enough to do it. Like like the, Bamford from a few years ago. I don't want to say Bamford
Yeah,
like now, but Bamford from a few years ago when he chased down the keeper all the time, and when you see Dan James doing it, it's like you can see Perot's trying to do it. He's just not like, he's not sharp enough, but or got the pace. But he's trying to do that work now, and but the only problem for me with Joel Perot is I can see why like he prefers to play that 10 role rather than the 9 because he prefers to be deep and take the
yeah.
ball into the box rather than be a poacher. And his finishing's his strong point, so stay in the box, man. We're getting it in
I
the
think
box. Just do what you do best.
I think he one of those players that wants to do everything, but he can't be in two different places. He
Yeah,
wants to be that finisher, but he wants to be dropping deep to have the ball.
yeah.
It's hard to. You took the most amount of shots in the whole game, but again, some of them were tame, some of them were decent. Again, he was unlucky in the first 7 minutes and he went wide. What would you rate him?
I'd probably give him an 8 just because the place because it took his goal fantastic, and he was getting himself into as much as we've just said that he don't, he's not where he should be a lot of the time. He was getting into good positions today. I mean, I don't know what happened with us today because I think him and like there were a point where him and James clashed. They didn't know who were going to take the shot, and then it was a quick of a snapshot from Joel Pro Rat. And I think maybe if James weren't in his like going for the same ball, and he'd have had more time to choose where he wanted to put that, he might have actually scored. But
Yeah, I I'll go for an 8 as well. I mean, I'm a fan of Perot. I think he's one of, if not the best finisher in the league, to be fair.
but
But again, is even his but thing is that it's not just about finishing, it's about the whole complete package. He's there and he's thereabouts, so
yeah,
I will give him an 8 for this game. Right,
he's still got a
quick go
donkey of a
through.
touch though.
Well, yeah, let's not go on about that. Right, let the only sub that we're really gonna rate, Byram came on for Max Verber.
Yeah,
What would you rate him if we can rate him at all?
I don't know. I think we should. Well, like I said, my base is a 6, so he didn't. I don't think he did anything special to raise it too much higher than that. But
No,
Byram just
I
gives you,
agree.
like I said, Byram just gives you Byram.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on a 6. I just think he came on. And, yeah, okay, fair enough. We conceded 2 goals when he 2 goals after he came on, but I don't think he really had a much of an impact on those goals.
No,
I think 6 is fine for him. Obviously, we can't really rate Joseph or Kidavagi
no,
at all, can we?
barely even noticed that they were in the game, to be honest. So
If I'm being honest with you, mate, I didn't even know they came. I knew Joseph came on.
yeah,
I didn't know Kidavagi came on until they said, "Oh, Kidavagi just passed the ball." I'm like,
yeah.
"What? When did he come on?"
That's
So it
what,
was
that's what I mean.
it
It's like it was too late for him to even notice
I'm just
them doing
no,
anything.
I'm just annoyed though that again Ramazani Ramazani didn't come on. I understand why Nonto didn't come on. We didn't really need to risk him. Ramazani, I think we could have done with. Smith maybe should have come on. I don't even know what's going on. Why he's not getting minutes. Again, I'm not going to be one of these people that speculate reasons as to why he's not getting minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but yeah, I
Well,
just think
yeah. I mean, all I'm going to say on that matter is that Farkas said time and time again that if you train well, you put yourself in contention. So it,
and he,
we he sees him week in week out. We don't. So I don't know. There must be a reason. I mean, maybe because Weber's got more experience. I don't know. That's
I
all.
mean, if
That's all I can put it down to.
he did say that if anyone's got an issue with playing time, that his door's always open. So, and you'll
Mm,
give him an explanation. So, again, that's all we know on that one.
yeah,
So, but again, we'll wait and see on that. I mean, I didn't really know much about him before he joined, and I'm sure a lot of Leeds fans didn't know about him. I think they're just wondering why he's not playing because we've signed him, and
yeah,
they knew that he scored a goal before he joined us. That
yeah.
in my head, that's probably what I'm thinking. But again, I'm probably wrong. But yeah, I think that sums up the good parts. Obviously, how well our attacking threats can be. The bad, which again defensively, and then the downright ugly, which is just Melier's howlers.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that sums it up for this episode. Have you got anything to add at all about the game or as a whole at the moment?
Only what you were touched on about Ramazani. It's like for love no money. I don't know why he's not getting on the pitch, and you got players like Aronson staying on when you need to turn a game. But hopefully, I think we'll see some changes, a lot of changes against Harrogate, and I think and I hope that some players will stake a claim.
Yes, I know it's different quality in teams, but again, it's
You
you
got to
play
play
what's in
what's in
front of
front.
you. There have been many times in the FA Cup where we have faltered to a lower team. So
Yeah.
play your best, stake a claim, simple as that. I'm Michael. I'm going to leave it there. Craig, thanks for joining as always, mate.
See you next week.
See you next week, mate. Cheers, guys.